ago and used it today for the first time and was actually quite disappointed with it. It's supposed to be that this is sort of a lock nut and you can turn it, and this tube is thinner than this one, and this can pull out and extend, and then you can turn the lock nut, turn both tubes in opposite directions and tighten it at any point along the way, including the full extension. Well, what happened was, first of all, I couldn't open it at all. It was ridiculous, and I thought maybe it was because it was so cold outside, which, of course, you're using it in the snow, so that shouldn't really be a factor. I brought it inside, poured boiling water over this joint right here, was finally able to loosen it and pull it out. The problem, though, is that this doesn't really function well as any kind of a lock nut, even if you follow these directions right here, and you hold one tube and turn it in one direction and hold the other tube and turn it in the other direction. It just doesn't lock. And what's really bad is when it extends all the way out to the end, which is a little bit hard to show you, but it will extend all the way out to the end and still will not lock. And then what I was finding was that it was actually coming apart. And this end here is quite sharp. It's quite sharp. And I don't know if there's a piece inside of here that I do see some loose kind of a piece, and maybe it's meant to be on this end and stuck on here, but it's not. And this falls and hits the car, which would scratch the car and therefore defeat the purpose of having the broom in the first place. So the only thing I could do is to, hold on a second. The only thing I could do is to put tape around it, but that really defeats the whole idea of having a telescopic pole that you can adjust to varying lengths and tighten. I bought this 2 months ago and used it today for the first time and was actually quite disappointed with it. It's supposed to be that this is sort of a lock nut and you can turn it